What's up, guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 1964 Ford Ranchero. Up front is a 4.9-liter V8, and down below is a 4-speed manual transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this Ford Ranchero for one main reason. It is 302 swap. So I've actually driven a stock Ford Ranchero on the channel before. However, this is modified, this is different, and we're gonna be talking a lot about that. It's also just fun to be back into some vintage steel here today on the Shooting Cars channel. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. Also, if you would like to win this Ford Ranchero, Wisco Shenanigans, the YouTube channel that owns this vehicle, is doing a raffle. So you can buy your ticket with the link in the description below to win this Ranchero. Take it home for not a whole lot of money. But let's get back to that 302 V8 under the hood. Well, the 302 was in a lot of different vehicles, and unfortunately, I don't know which vehicle this was out of. The Ford Ranchero was never offered with the 302, however. It did get a V8 option. It was a 4-something liter. I forget, I'll put it up on the screen. But most of these, and this truck in particular, was originally offered with the inline 6. And that's the one that I've driven too. Switching from a 6-cylinder to the V8 completely changes how this vehicle is. Where the inline 6 truck was a grocery getter, it helped the owner move into his new house. This is a funky muscle car. Like I said, paired to it is a swapped-in 4-speed manual on the floor. This was originally an automatic truck, and it is something else. The clutch is exceedingly heavy. The shifter is unforgiving, and the throw is a country mile. Holy crap! Holy crap! You get on the gas and it just takes a freaking walk. It went left, it went right, it went up, and it went down. Holy crap. Yeah, we're not gonna be getting on the gas much more. This is scary and sketchy. Come pick me up, Mom, I'm ready to go home. Last but not least, because this is the Ford Falcon Ranchero, it shares a platform and it retains the rear wheel drive. How does it feel to drive the Ford Falcon Ranchero with the 302 swap? It feels like trying to fight an 800-pound gorilla while doing long division. It takes all of your mind and all of your muscle to keep this thing in a straight line and out of your neighbor's lawn. It is something else. And you're not really even dealing with that much power. This car just isn't really designed for what it's currently doing. Visibility is great though, and steering is decently light, but that's it for the niceties. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 3 gauges. Off to the left is my fuel, off to the right is my temperature, and in the center is my speedometer. Nothing works. I am flying completely blind here today. Down below that, we do have our wipers and lights, and off to the right, we have our ignition switch and lighter, and the steering wheel has been swapped out to an aftermarket unit. On the door, we do have a little smoker's window, as well as our latch to get in and out, and crank for the normal window. And moving into the center, we do have an AM and FM radio. I can't imagine that this is stock. It looks more 70s than 60s, but I've been wrong before. Down below, we have our heater controls. They don't work. And an added oil pressure gauge, which I think works, but I wouldn't be surprised if it also doesn't. Then we have the shifter on the floor, 4-speed, unforgiving, a throw only a mother could love, and we don't have any cup holders. So the Ford Ranchero, 302 swapped or not, fails the big friggin' model test. Now, the bench seat is springy and comfortable and helps with the ride, but also I don't have seat belts and it's a bench seat. So when this car starts turning and moving and bebopping and scatting, I have nothing to hold on to except for my thoughts and prayers. However, we do have some storage behind the seats. That's, you know, nice, I guess. And we do have a truck bed. That is, of course, the Ranchero's calling card. So let's hop back there and talk about the bed. All right, around the back of the Ranchero, first of all, we do have this nice Ranchero badge, but you have to reach in here and pull this, and then you can lower the tailgate. Traditional tailgate, just like any truck would be. Nothing really too new there. Here's your load floor. Again, nothing too crazy. It's not a great truck, if I'm honest. These were more popular, obviously, overseas in Australia. The Ute has always been more of a fad. Not really even a fad. It's just more popular over in Australia. Never really caught on here in America, and we don't have them really anymore. But there you go. That is what you get in the back of a Ford Ranchero, 302 swapped or not. Jesus. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and this has been painted. This is not the original color of the Ranchero, but I think it's very period correct and I love it. But I've always liked the look of the Ranchero. You have the car front end with the truck back end that made the El Camino so famous. But with all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the 1964 Ford Falcon Ranchero with the 302? Well, this has to be one of the least necessary vehicles I've ever driven, which is interesting because pickup trucks are usually one of the biggest necessities for businesses, companies, and people alike. If you want to tow, you buy a pickup truck. If you want to haul heavy things, you buy a pickup truck. Then again, this is based off of a car, so it can't really tow that much, and it can't really haul that much. But then again, it's not as practical as a car. You don't have a back seat. You don't have a closable trunk you could put your golf clubs in and not have them get stolen 30 minutes later. Not as comfortable as a passenger car. Then someone went and tossed a big old V8 up at the front and made this less practical. So not only can it not really haul things, not really contain people, it also doesn't really drive properly. It'll scare you. It'll raise the hair on the back of your neck and make you clutch your pearls. And so if you're looking for a vehicle like that, this is beautiful. This is perfect. None of this, though, had to happen. All of this could have been avoided. But then again, maybe that's the beauty of the car. That's why I love automobiles, is that there are necessary automobiles. There are compliance cars. There are cars to get you to the doctor reliably. Then there's also cars that are just here for a good time. They don't really have a purpose, and the beauty is that they don't. They don't need a purpose. They don't have to fill a box. They don't have to fit inside of some type of description that a company laid out before you. This Ranchero can be and is whatever you want it to be. Whether that's a little laugh machine, maybe that's a car show vehicle, maybe it is a useful truck to go get lumber. But because it's fluid and doesn't fit in any box, it has the opportunity to fill any box you want. And today, the box that it's checking for me, Zack, is a terrifying hoopty that does, to be fair, bring a smile to my face. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Matt and Al for letting me take out their Ranchero. They are absolutely awesome. They run the Wisco Shenanigans YouTube channel, which you should definitely go check out after this one. As I mentioned at the beginning, you could also win this vehicle in a raffle. So if you would like to own this monstrosity of a vehicle for $100, head on over to the website in the description below, place your raffle, buy your ticket, and you could drive home in this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Oh, thank God I get to shut it off, and I'm still alive. Barely, but still alive. Take care, guys.